raised my stepdaughter like my own child for years, and she repaid me by writing a fake absentee essay that went viral, cost me my job and marriage, then had the nerve to show up broke at my door, expecting me to take her back. You know when people say no good deed goes unpunished. I used to think that was just bitter talk, something people muttered when things didn't go their way, but now I think it was meant for people like me, the ones who gave and gave and gave, until someone else decided that our generosity made us the perfect scapegoat. Lydia came into my life when she was 8. Her mom passed away when she was a toddler, and by the time her dad and I met, she'd already gone through 3 different schools, 2 live-in nannies and more than a few behavioral issues that even he couldn't pretend weren't there. But I didn't see a problem child. I saw a hurting kid, a scared little girl who had lost more than she understood, and was just trying to claw her way into safety again. I married her father 2 years later, and it wasn't always smooth sailing. She didn't warm up to me overnight. She never called me mom, which I didn't expect her to, but she did start letting me braid her hair. She let me help her with math homework, and sat by my side when she had trouble sleeping, and by the time she turned 13, I honestly thought we were on the right path. We weren't best friends, but she trusted me, or so I thought. Her teenage years were rough. I'll admit that she pushed boundaries, tested limits. She had a talent for twisting facts, just enough to make herself look like the victim in any situation. Still, I gave her room. I went to therapy with her. I read every book about parenting, grieving children that I could get my hands on. When her dad worked long hours, I was the one who showed up to school meetings and soccer games, and picked her up from the principal's office. When she got caught skipping classes, by the time she hit senior year, things were tense. She blamed me for her dad grounding her over some party incident, and it spiraled from there. Silent treatment, passive aggression. I didn't even know she was applying to a public scholarship essay contest until one of my co-workers forwarded me the link. At first I didn't recognize it. The title reads something like The Chains I Had to Break. Dramatic, sure, but not unusual for a college application essay, until I saw the author's name, and then the second line. I survived years under the control of a woman who smiled in public, but made me feel like I didn't deserve to exist in private. Don't look it up, I've used fake names and titles. I had to read it 3 times. I thought maybe it was fiction, but then came the specifics. She described a home that sounded like a prison, with a stepmother who belittled every achievement, who punished me for crying, who laughed when I told her I wanted to study psychology. I felt like the air had been sucked out of the room. I didn't know what to do. Should I confront her? Ask her if it was some kind of metaphor? She exaggerated for the sake of drama. Or maybe she was angry and didn't think anyone would actually read it. But people did read it, a lot of people. Her essay was selected for a scholarship. The college published it on their official website. It started getting shared across social media, Twitter threads, Instagram infographics, TikToks with piano music playing, while someone tearfully read parts of her story aloud. Then came the phone calls. My manager called me in, and told me that several parents at the school where I worked had raised concerns. A few days later, I was asked to take a leave of absence while they reviewed the matter. HR was spineless. They said they had to prioritize community image. I tried to defend myself, tried to explain that none of it was true, that there had to be some misunderstanding. They didn't want to hear it. My reputation went down like a house of cards. A few of our mutual friends distanced themselves immediately. My own sister called, and hesitantly asked if there was something I'd never told her. I think that's what broke me more than anything, the fact that even the people closest to me thought I might be capable of the things she'd written. When I confronted Lydia calmly, just trying to understand, she acted shocked that I was upset. She said that it was her truth, and that if I was upset, maybe I needed to reflect on my actions. Then she had the audacity to say she hadn't named me, so I shouldn't be taking it personally. Shouldn't be taking it personally. We lived in a small town. She did not have to name me. Her dad just stood there. He didn't back her, but he didn't defend me either. He said maybe we both needed to cool off, that it wasn't worth blowing up the family over an essay. 2 weeks later I moved out. Full story. Beile.